any sort of weather we get, you can't be like, well, we'd like to work in the wind, but we don't have a wind machine. So today we had we had moisture, we had real high winds. It was probably a little harder on them because we did it on the practice field, so there's no stadium blocking the stuff. But today we did everything. We did kickoffs into that wind and into that cold and into the snow, and then we did punts into it. Anybody can do it with it. So all those, and then we kicked field goals and extra points with it too. So it was a good challenge for them. It was a good mental challenge for them at that. And every opportunity we get with weather, we're always going to use it to be able to get it out and get that done. Sure, I've been very happy with them, but in the punt return game, one of the pluses is that we've added 2 people. When Trey Palmer, who's done it live, at LSU, and obviously I was with him at LSU, so I know him very well. And then so that was a big plus for us. Then Tommy Hillsman, he's a natural at it. He's been doing a great job with us there. And then also I challenged Brody Belt really hard. Brody had an okay year with it last year, and I felt he could be better in some spots, and so I really challenged him. Brody's a really good player. He's a natural punt returner. He's a natural kick returner also, and an off returner. So he's done a really good job, in that phase for us right there. So I really like where those 3 guys are at. We have a lot of youth there also with Grimes is doing a nice job for us at those spots. So a lot of guys are getting reps right now to be able to get it done. And then in the kickoff phase right there, in the return phase, the off returner is probably the most important guy. And Winemaster has done an unbelievable job at that. He's done a really good job of being smart. So we've done a lot of work on that phase already.
Why is that position so important?
He's got to make critical blocks on who's hot. He's got to be able to understand. And his job is to put his face on somebody. He's a pulling guard, is what he is. Like he's not back there to lead up and not block anybody. He's going to have someone. He's got to make fast decisions. We're going to always protect that guy. So a lot of decisions. We've worked the punt return game heavily individual wise. We haven't worked very much team wise in that phase of it right now. But kickoff return is fully installed.
What's impressed you about Buschini so far, whether it be technique or just personality so far?
A couple things, with Brian, with Buschini, is that he's done it at an elite level. He was the kicker of the year last year at FCS, so that's very impressive. So he's done this. His makeup is very good to be able to handle those situations. So very impressive just how he has a great routine. We give him a routine with what he has to be able to get done, and he attacks it with great diligence. Give you an example for spring break. His spring break was going with his former punting coach and flew down to be able to go see him and work with him. So that's pretty impressive to be able to get that done. But he's got a very good even demeanor, which you have to have like that because not every punt's perfect, not every kick's perfect. So you got to be able to have a short memory, but also a good demeanor on how you handle things right there. And he's done a great job with that so far. So very impressed with his work ethic.
I feel like the two of you could have some interesting conversations. He's pretty dynamic as a communicator, so are you. What is your back and forth been like?
Oh, what's dynamic? What do I do that's dynamic? Do you have any example at all?
You got a personality.
Brian is very fun to work with right there. We have a great group right now. We really do. And we have a couple guys, we can't speak on everybody that's not here right now, but we have some guys coming in. But Brian is a lot of fun to talk to. He has a lot of energy with what he's doing. And so I do enjoy being around him. He really is. He's a very grounded young man. He was married. He has a house here, those things like that. So he's all focused on what he's going to do in school, what he's going to do with punting here, and so very excited to have him around with that. But we have a lot of fun. We have a good group for us right there. I'm sure sometimes they don't think I'm a lot of fun with them because I like things to go the right way a lot. So I'm kind of a fan of things going well.
And they said you can get fiery when things don't go the right way. Is that different from maybe what they've experienced?
I don't know if that's different from what they've experienced like that, but we're all football players. We all wear helmets and shoulder pads and stuff. So the whole thing about the kickers, punters, and snappers, and just be real cautious with them and stuff right there. There's a time for that like that. There's also sometimes right there that their job to do this, and so do it, and they're going to get coached. There's a difference between being coached hard or being instructed than there is in yelling and so like that. So every time we're talking instruction of what it is, what has to get better in that phase for us. Because it's, for those guys, it's fourth down every time. They only play on fourth downs. And so that's a dicey situation for them like that. There's not a lot of do-overs. You throw an incomplete pass on 2nd and 10, it's just 3rd and 10. You have a chance yet. But you don't get a double down like, hey, I missed it. Give me one more shot at that. I'll get it this time. So everything's fourth down. So I put a 4th and 1 mentality in them every day.
It's challenging. Who are the punters here at spring camp?
Grant Delison's doing a nice job for us, and then Jacob Holt transferred in from Nebraska Wesleyan. Both of them are doing a very good job. Grant's been here with us, and so he understands the regimen of what it be to be a Division I football player, and Jacob's doing a nice job with that also. So those guys are getting reps all the time. We need a little bit more consistency with them. They'll have some punts that they're wows, and so we have to be. You got to just be. It's a lot like golf. It's like that guy down the fairway. So we're looking for 42, 43 yards with hang time. That's great. We love fair catches.
Okay.
That's our job. I tell you, it's a punter-gunner game. Gunners are the outside two guys. I want hang time. I want the ball controlled, because anytime as a special teams coach, if I'm coaching someone that's bombing balls, I can't wait to get a return on you, because we're going to catch the ball with about 25 yards of space. And so you want to be able to get the net is what you want to be able to get done. If you average in that area, you're going to be top 5 in the country.